101.1 and AM 1160 WCCS and at WCCSradio.com.
And it's Indiana in the morning on WCCS at 8:45, a quarter away from 9 o'clock. Time for a Penns Manor school visit this morning. Always like these. Always fun. Our school appearance is powered by milk and the allied milk producers, whole milk, whole nutrition, naturally. And our visit presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. And in the studio with us this morning, Mrs. Zeglin has brought some, well, that's not Mrs. Dolgis over there.
I know.
My goodness. So changes, I can't deal with change. But you've got some elementary students. You've got some students representing the high school. And so let's talk a bit this morning.
Well, good morning. Today I brought two fifth graders to talk about our Ag Awareness Week that we had last week. So we had some really cool experiments and lessons that were great and age appropriate for all of the students. So I asked two of our fifth graders to tell you all about it.
Wonderful.
So I have Miss Vivian Pouch and Brody Kirsch. And Brody's going to start us off today.
All right. And maybe we can pull that microphone down just a little bit, Brody. There we go. Nice. There you go. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So tell me what you got.
Each year, National Future Farmers or America Week, or FFA, is celebrated in February. FFA Week has been celebrated every year since 1947. Did you know that February was chosen as an agriculture month because of George Washington? He was a wheat farmer and was committed to improving agriculture.
Last week, Mrs. Ray and Miss Carpenter, two retired teachers, presented cool lessons and experiments that focused on agriculture. For example, kindergarten made homemade ice cream and second grade made valentines from recycled paper. In the ag lab, we made glue out of milk and tested it against Elmer's glue. It was important to know how people made glue before school glue was made. I liked how we tested it for different categories, like how sticky it was and how fast it went down the paper. And I liked it the most because we got to see how to make glue.
We also visited the Penns Manor agriculture program on Friday. We got to tour the greenhouse and got to learn about the plants they are growing there. My favorite part was seeing the animals. The students in the program have a rabbit, a couple chickens, 2 goats, and even a cow.
Wow. They have a cow?
Yeah.
And what'd you say, 2 goats?
Yeah.
And a rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
The
that's
rabbit
fantastic.
was really fluffy.
A fluffy rabbit. That's the best kind.
It beat my dog in fluffiness. It was more fluffy than my dog.
The rabbit was fluffier than your dog? Wow. Well, that's tremendous. So what kind of rabbit was it? Did they tell you?
No, but it was just a black and white spotted rabbit.
Uh-huh. It was a Holstein. I'm just kidding. Well, that was the cow. So you enjoyed meeting the animals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about farming and learning about farming. Did either of you know much about agriculture beforehand?
No, not really.
No?
All I knew is that you had to plant food, and then you plant food to eat food.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you plant your vegetables and of course
them.
Yeah, and then of course the experience. Did you know much about you mentioned glue, the various products that come from agriculture?
No.
Didn't know about that before, huh?
No.
So tell me about 5th grade. What's it like for you this year? Having fun?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the first time we actually we had classes. We never really had classes in 3rd grade. But like in 4th and 5th.
Agriculture
Or like-
classes. Yeah. What about you, Vivian? What are some of the things that you enjoy about 5th grade?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's okay, too. That's okay. The whole experience is fun, huh? Yeah, well, great. Hey, thanks for coming in to visit with us today. We appreciate that. Sounds like things are going pretty well for 5th grade at Penns Manor Elementary.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's meet some high school students here today. And you guys can come over and you can actually show off your sweatshirts. Sure, come on in. Come on. You'll have to introduce yourself to our listeners first, too.
Can we start?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Lisa Donatelli. I'm the school counselor and the Students Against Destructive Decisions advisor, also known as SAD. And today I brought with me Haley Chilinsky, who is our vice president of SAD, and our treasurer, Kiara Brady. And they're going to talk to you about our Random Acts of Kindness campaign this week in the month of February. So we did a variety of different activities in the elementary. Every year we go over and do different activities in the different classrooms, and I'm going to let them tell you a little bit about that.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. You guys can show off your sweatshirts to our Facebook viewers, too. There you go. Ta-da!
Bright pink.
All right. Just so listeners know who's who, go ahead and reintroduce yourselves.
I'm Kiara Brady. I'm Haley Slinsky.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about random acts of kindness.
Yeah, so a bunch of like seniors, juniors, anyone who wants to be involved who's in SAD, they can go down to the elementary classrooms. Usually we do like a group of 3, or if it's like a big group of the, like we get the whole grade together of the elementary students, we'll do like 7 people helping. And what my group did was we had like a video, or there's a book called The Kindness Quilt. And so we played that on just a YouTube video. They watched that, and then we had them split off. One group did a game where they would pass a beach ball around, and then when the timer would stop, we would have them answer a question about kindness, just like, what does kindness mean to you? How can you be kind at school? How can you be kind at home? Just stuff like that. And then the other group that we split off, they did a little thing where they would draw like a picture of them being kind or something kind, hearts, rainbows, whatever. And then we taped them all together and made a big kindness quilt like in the book that they watched.
Oh, nice. Nice. I like that. It's sort of building a culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they seem to have fun, so
Yeah.
yeah, it was a
That's
success.
exciting. What about what happened for you?
I worked with the 3rd graders. We did hot potato. So they would go around and they'd stop the music and they'd have to give compliments to the person who had the hot potato.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they enjoyed it. And then we had coloring sheets, which they put a positive message on the back. We had a positive potato and just like kindness seeds. And then we also did Heads Up 7-Up, which so the person who got picked the right person at the front. They had to say a way you could be kind before they could sit down.
So you had a kindness potato?
It was a beaver. But
It was a what?
it was like a squishmallow that was a beaver, but like we pretended it was a potato.
I was going to go the rotten potato route, but no, it was a beaver.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, that threw the whole premise out the window. But it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and having the opportunity to go down and speak with and work with kids, was that something that you've done before or that you maybe aspire to?
I've done it for the past few years for SAD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So tell me about SAD as an organization. What are some of the things that you do?
So we host a lot of just like events. We'll do like volleyball tournaments for a fundraiser. We'll do blood drives. We'll sponsor like Random Acts of Kindness Week. So anything that falls under that category of just like destructive decisions and just spreading positivity, we'll usually get involved in that. And we can take kids to like retreats where we'll do like, or like more like conventions where they just like learn about like drunk driving, any kind of destructive decisions and why that's not good.
Yeah, and of course it started as Students Against Drunk Driving, but then the expansion to and include other, and it really is an apt title. Decision making is it's really appropriate, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. You're both seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Mrs. Zeglin says I remember when you were in my school when you were much younger, but and you actually were here in the elementary portion.
Well, I think I came here whenever I was in 4th grade. I don't know what it was for, but that was the only other time I've been here.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. So if you're seniors now, that must mean that you're thinking about after school and what happens next for you. So what about you?
I'm thinking UPJ for mechanical engineering. That's just kind of math, science,
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do better at. So I don't know.
Well, we had some excellence in education students here yesterday from Penns Manor, and we were asking them about their plans. And that's a great course to go after, and UPJ is a good school for it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So did you gear your classwork this year toward that?
Kind of, yeah. Which I was a little bit interested in taking anatomy, but I definitely took physics because I was like, it's going to be more useful to me. And then I'm taking Calc 1 this year. So Yeah.
Nice. What about you?
I'm going to IUP for environmental engineering.
Environmental engineering.
Yeah.
Now, what does that entail?
I want to work with like air pollution, so I want to like try to correct it.
Yeah. So obviously, with as an engineering program, there's a lot of the same sorts of work involving mathematics and sciences, and probably a little extra emphasis on chemistry for you.
I'm taking physics and wildlife science to help kind of get ready for it.
Yeah. All right. Terrific. Well, you both seem to have some pretty good, solid plans there. Wonderful. Thanks for coming in today. We appreciate that.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Mrs. Zeglin, anything else we need to learn about what's going on at Penns Manor within the school district here?
I do want to just give a quick shout out to our high school because, the elementary truly does benefit from so many of the programs that they have. Last Friday, going up to see our FFA program and the FFA members, and then just the high school kids coming down to be those positive role models in the elementary. So we truly are blessed that we are connected, that we're able to utilize a lot of the services and having the kids come down to share those positive messages and experiences. So I'm blessed.
And probably for students like these that get to go back down toward the element, it brings back a ton of memories. And
I hope they're all positive.
And the school probably seems much smaller when you go down there, right? Yeah.
And, it's funny, Todd, because I used to teach high school English before I went over to the administration side. And for the last, the 12 years of teaching high school English, I taught seniors. And it never really bothered me that they were a lot taller than me. But now even when they come down, I'm like, whoa, because I'm used to the shorter
I
ones
want it
now, the younger
recorded.
ones.
I want the whole world to know that I did not bring up a single thing about your height this time. That was all you.
I guess I put myself in that one, yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, we appreciate you bringing them in
I
today.
do. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it.
Our Penns Manor school visit here this morning on the Voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Coming up next half hour here on Indiana in the Morning, it's a visit with the head coach of the IUP men's basketball team, Joe Lombardi, will be with us. And at 8:45 this morning, we'll talk scouting with some scouts from the Blairsville Troop. That's Troop 4. It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS, 2.5 away from 9 o'clock.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
In a world filled with noise and chaos, find solace and purpose at the Church of Good Shepherd in Kent. Their doors are open, welcoming all who seek peace, belonging, and spiritual growth. Join them for inspiring worship, meaningful fellowship, and opportunities to serve others. Engage with a community dedicated to compassion and service. Come as you are and discover the power of faith at the Church of Good Shepherd in Kent. Mass times 6 p.m. on Saturdays and 11 a.m. on Sundays.
Experience an unforgettable evening with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, led by Maestro Manfred Honeck and featuring violinist Maria